There is a driver in the NASCAR Cup Series right now who has the entire garage nervous, and he hasn't even stepped onto his best track yet. His name is Shane Van Gisbergen. Most fans call him SVG. Heading into the Duramax Texas Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas, he is not just a contender. He is the heavy favorite at plus 120 odds. When you understand why, you'll see exactly why every other driver in that garage should be worried. SVG is from New Zealand. He built his entire career on road courses, tracks that twist and turn both left and right, with elevation changes, chicanes, and technical braking zones that demand a completely different skill set than a standard NASCAR oval. Before he ever ran a full-time NASCAR Cup Series season, he was already a three-time champion in Australian supercars. He was the driver everyone in that series feared. His car control, his ability to push a machine to the very edge without going over it, that is what separated him. Road courses were not something SVG adapted to. They are his native language. Then in 2023, something happened that shocked the entire NASCAR world. SVG made his Cup Series debut at the Chicago Street Course in July 2023 driving Trackhouse Racing's Project 91 entry. At lap 49, NASCAR shortened the race, completely reshuffling strategy. SVG was sitting 18th after a pit cycle. He then carved through the field past Justin Haley for the lead on lap 71 and won in overtime by 1.259 seconds, becoming the first driver to win in their NASCAR Cup debut since Johnny Rutherford, 60 years earlier. When asked whether he expected to win, SVG said simply, "No, of course not, but you always dream of it." That win wasn't a fluke. It was a preview. In 2025, SVG delivered one of the most dominant single-season performances on road courses in Cup Series history. He became the first driver in NASCAR Cup Series history to win at 5 different road course tracks in a single season: Mexico City, Chicago, Sonoma, Watkins Glen, and the Charlotte Roval, finishing 5 wins in 6 road course starts. His average start was 2.2. His average finish was 1.8, and his average driver rating was 140.2 out of a perfect 150. He led 301 of the 579 laps he ran on road courses all season. No other driver led more than 42. He now sits tied with Kyle Larson for second most active road course Cup wins at 6, behind only Chase Elliott's 7. When Larson was asked about SVG last summer, his answer was direct. "He's way, way, way better than us at the road course stuff. There's zero chance I can learn how to do that." Among the 39 drivers with at least 5 head-to-head Cup road races against SVG, the closest anyone has come is Christopher Bell, averaging 2.3 positions behind SVG and 17.9 driver rating points back. So coming into 2026, everyone knew what was coming. The question was just how good could he get, and could anyone stop him? The 2026 season opened at Daytona. SVG qualified 13th, ran inside the top 10 for stretches, and led 3 laps, showing genuine speed. Then the big one arrived. A 20-car wreck past the halfway point swept him up through no fault of his own. He finished 30th, earned just 12 championship points, and fell to 28th in the standings. Tyler Reddick won the race. On a super speedway, you can do everything right and still pay for someone else's mistake. That's the cruel reality. Then came Atlanta, and this is where things got really, really interesting. SVG started the Echo Park Speedway race in 28th and finished Stage 1 in 34th, battling car balance issues. By Stage 2, he had climbed into top 5 contention. Then, trying to pass Kyle Larson for 3rd in the final corner of the stage, Larson drifted down and drove directly into him. SVG spun wildly into the infield. Larson crashed into the outside wall, ending his own day. Larson took full responsibility afterward. "I hung a quick left and ran right into him. Nothing anybody else did wrong besides me, all on me." Despite the contact, SVG still salvaged a stage point by finishing 10th in Stage 2. Later in the race, he spun independently coming out of Turn 4, went through the infield grass again, and lost a significant number of positions. 2 separate off-track incidents. Under a late caution, SVG pitted for fresh tires, restarted inside the top 10 in overtime, and teammate Ross Chastain pushed him forward in a three-wide battle. At the white flag, he was running fourth. He got shuffled in the final corner and crossed the finish line sixth, a career-best oval result, surpassing his previous best of 10th at Kansas in 2025. His points haul from that one race, 45 points. He jumped from 28th all the way to tied 15th in the standings, right onto the playoff bubble. After the race, SVG said, "It's just points accumulation this year for us. We just need to be scoring points each week." Those points matter because under the 2026 NASCAR Championship format, after 26 races, the top 16 drivers in the standings advanced to the chase. SVG moved from nearly outside the conversation to sitting directly on that bubble in a single afternoon, on an oval track which is not his specialty. And now that combination is heading to Circuit of the Americas. COTA is a 2.40-mile counterclockwise road course in Austin, Texas, with 20 turns, significant elevation changes, tight chicanes, and long sweeping corners. The race runs 95 laps, 228 miles, and airs on Fox at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, March 1st. Most NASCAR drivers have spent their whole careers turning left. Road courses are something they've had to learn on the fly. For SVG, road courses are not a learned skill. They are his entire background. In 2025 at COTA, he finished 6th, led 23 laps, and posted a best lap speed of 100.10 miles per hour. He returns now, motivated, with momentum, and with the full backing of Trackhouse Racing. Kevin Harvick has already predicted SVG wins. SVG opens as the heavy favorite at plus 120 on DraftKings. Connor Zeilish sits second at plus 350, followed by Christopher Bell at plus 900, William Byron at plus 1,000, and Tyler Reddick at plus 1,500. Reddick currently leads the Cup standings with 125 points after winning both Daytona and Atlanta to open the year. Bell is the defending COTA winner, having passed Kyle Busch with 6 laps to go in 2025. Byron leads all Cup drivers in laps led at COTA with 71 laps across 5 starts. Reddick leads in both average starting position, 2.2, and average finishing position, 4.6, at COTA. But the driver everyone is watching most closely alongside SVG is Connor Zeilish, a 19-year-old rookie from Charlotte and the first American to win the FIA Karting Academy Trophy in 2020. In his first NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series start, he won the pole at COTA in 2024. In his first O'Reilly Auto Parts Series start, he won at Watkins Glen, passing SVG on lap 66 and leading 23 of the final 24 laps. In 2025, both drivers won 5 road courses each across their respective series. Across all head-to-head road course matchups of their careers, Zeilish has run just 0.2 driver rating points behind SVG and has finished an average of 0.6 positions per race ahead of him. Nobody else in NASCAR is close to that number. 2026 has opened badly for Zeilish. Wrecked at Daytona, caught in another multi-car crash at Atlanta, currently sitting 36th in points. But Zeilish is clear about where he stands. "I feel like I have the speed to do it. I just need to be able to run a perfect race to beat him." And I think everybody's realized how difficult that is. SVG is also 1 win away from tying Jeff Gordon's record of 6 consecutive road course wins, set between 1997 and 2000. If SVG is going to tie Gordon's record, he'll likely have to do it by beating the one rival who has already proven he can beat him. Being the favorite changes how everyone else in the garage races. Strategy calls shift. SVG isn't just fast in qualifying. He manages tires, nails breaking points, and delivers when it counts. Road course specialists at his level are rare in the Cup Series. The garage watched him win at Chicago on debut. They watched him dominate in 2025. He did all of that. The oval points, the comebacks, the composure on tracks that are not his best tracks. Now he's going to his best track. Can anyone beat Shane Van Gisbergen at COTA? Is Connor Zilisch ready to pull it off in just his sixth Cup start? Drop your prediction in the comments. After this race, we'll be breaking down whether SVG can build a legitimate championship campaign or if the ovals are the wall he can't climb. The race airs Sunday, March 1st at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox.